Greetings, Skyfarers, and welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. I'm Cobalt Thorium. In this episode, we are going to make our way up to Perdurance, I believe is what it's called. Ooh, yeah, there's a tower along the way, which maybe we can visit, see what it actually is. Yeah, I was going to suggest that maybe we should drop off our port reports at the Ministry, but you know, we've only got one of them. And I don't know if it's likely that we'll end up going back to Parliament. Let's loot this. Lose our terror. What? What just happened? Interesting. Not a fight you want to pick, lady. What is going on here? Stop doing this, please. This is so annoying. Yes, Terror Fallen. They should never interrupt battles for those stupid random events. I realize that there's probably a balance issue there, where like a crewman lets out a hacking cough, smog has found its way in, that you're close to St. Dominic's station, blah blah blah. Yeah, I realize that there's probably a balance issue there, where you don't want to have a situation where, like, if you can kite an enemy to follow you endlessly, you'll never get a random event again or something like that. Obviously, you don't want that. But it is just... it really, really messes with the flow of the game. You should never interrupt combat like that. Never. Back on our way up to Perdurance. It really makes me wish that there was some kind of like autopilot feature or something like that for going between places you've been before. So I wouldn't have to just fly wherever. I mean, I realize that stuff happens along the way. Oh, it's just such a long flight though, it's so boring. Probably doubly boring for you guys. I was about to say, is that background? Because it doesn't come up on the map. With all these ashes, or cinders, or whatever, there must be some like a work world or something here. Actually, maybe that's what the terror is. Maybe it's like a destroyed work world. Well, we're coming up on it. The days have worn thin in this corner of the sky. Okay, we've seen that message before. What is this place? Whoa. The ruins... what is this? Skyhenge. Cool. You tethered your engine to the circle of menhirs standing on a wide stone ledge. The tallest towers over you, the height of 3 men. You can brush the top of the smallest with your fingers. The rocks are rough, weathered. Far beneath the plain, other vast stone plates turn remorselessly. Here, the megalithic monument is still, but the place feels a kilter. You stumble as if dizzily. Okay. You could whisper a sky story to the tallest stone. It is said the stones are lonely. So it seems like you can only do this once. It costs 1 sky story. Fortune is not great. Let's do it. Oh, I should have read that other thing below, but oh well. Huh. Okay. Bewildered. Grateful. You lean your head against the cold rock. Murmur a tale of adventure to a hollow in the stone. It does not take long. You pull back from the menhir. The air hangs still. Someone swears. A stranger staggers towards you from beneath 2 stones. Or from between 2 stones. Jeez, I can't read. Their clothes are outdated. The fashion several years old. They head towards you. But you are not the captain they expected. The new arrival is eager to board your locomotive. They'll take any role just to get away. Well, we don't have a place for them, so... Okay, so the other option would have been if we had some barrels of unseasoned hours. Step inside the ring of stones. The stokers tell tales that say that if you bring an offering of hours to the circle, you will receive gifts from them. Or you could leave the ring of stones. There's nothing for you here. Nothing. I'm gonna do it once around here because it's. Whoa! What are you? Get the F out of here. You bastard. I'm gonna shoot you. Can I even fight this thing? Probably not worth fighting it. Let's just take care of a couple of these little dusts of a couple dusts of unexplored space. But now they are explored. And we are back on our way to Perdurance. The incognito princess looks smug. My mother chooses who comes here and who stays. We just had a bit of a choppiness there. This is a massively overpowered computer for this game. There should be no choppiness. Back to Perdurance so soon. Okay, the party below stairs. Tonight the service bell rings from above stairs go ignored. Okay. Let's go to the parlour first. We'll write our report, and then I think we will we'll do something with the... Oh, we can stand for Parliament again. Our chances have not improved. Oh well. Boo. 50 sovereigns is fine. We have to do something with the Incognito Princess. What was it exactly? Okay. Now this party below stairs, I think, will advance our quest with the counselor's daughter. And that might actually stop us from being able to do the quest for the incognito princess. So I think we're gonna have to go and sit through the mask once to get the incognito princess to be happy. Here we go. Find a way below stairs with the incognito princess. Dearest mother showed me the plans, says the princess. The engineers should be back here, engineering. I do so wish to observe them. Let's rush. She gestures at a seemingly solid wall and urges you below. Wow, there are a lot of options in here. The loom chambers below stairs thunder and smoke. There are rows upon rows of hour looms, each tended by weavers, with their hair pinned back tightly. The heat of the cooking combines with the shudder of the machinery in the pandemonium. Weighing over it all is the theater of Watching over it all are the theoretical engineers. Access to them is barred. Engineering only, states the sign, in an angry font. That's a nice way to describe that. Okay, so it looks like we need an engineer, so we could either pose as an engineer. It's easy to get in if you're the engineer, but you're not, and but they don't know that. It looks like we have a pretty good chance of that, or we could just use our professional driver. We have one and all. The driver's an engineer. They could get you in, or we could return to the mask. The stairs back up to the morning room are tight and steep. Well, this looks like a guaranteed thing. 66% is not bad, but I'd rather 100%. An incautious introduction. With the introduction from up here, it is easy to arrange a meeting with the engineers who keep up Perdurance and trapping it in its single perfect day. The incognito princess is enchanted by the turning machinery, and then the engineers are as enchanted with her. They form a hive of activity around her, competing to answer her questions. She seems unsatisfied, however, and presses harder. Change is the one constant, though, she says. How do you truly prevent it? By what methods does change try to escape your bondage? She realizes that you're still there and dismisses you, saying that she can find her own way back. Learning about the incognito princess has found what she sought at Perdurance. You've gained 1,000 experience. The loom chambers below the stairs thunder and smoke. There are rows upon rows upon rows of hour looms. Yes, we've read this before. It looks like we can still go below stairs. I wonder if we're going to lose the incognito princess now because she found her weird loomy thingy. Suppose we could go below stairs. A concealed door blends with the wallpaper here behind a bamboo screen, allowing servants to pass modestly in and out. Okay. And we're back here again. Yes. We can talk to the Phalanginius. I don't know. Phalangius, I'm just going to say that. She's an impressive sight, residing over the din with aplomb and a rolling pin. Did we do this before? The Okay, hold on. The forewoman's waistcoat is dark and tightly buttoned. Beneath it, a corset strives gallantly against her ample figure. Okay, she's a chubby one then. Her skirt is hitched up over a pair of soot-stained trousers and ankle boots. I feel like we've read this before. Strings of glass beads glitter at her throat. I know we've read this before. Whatever, we're almost at the end. Except that I lost my place. Strings of glass beads glitter at her throat, casting dazzles over her rich ochre skin as she bellows orders, sending workers scurrying from loom to that. What? Okay, whatever. She turns to you. Her eyes are lined with pitch, grime, and cosmetic affection. What? Her eyes are lined with pitch, grime, or cosmetic affection. Okay, whatever. Ugh. This was not well written, I have to say. Words should bounce, you know, and you should almost be able to anticipate the next word. A lot of times they throw in something just to throw you off, which makes it funny. But, in this case, it feels like it failed. It doesn't bounce. It doesn't... And the surprises... Like, it... To get the surprises to work, it has to bounce. It has to have that cadence. Anyway. So let's ask her what she does. There seems to be a bustle all around her. Warp and weft. The phalangeous forewoman... It might be also that this word is not great. The phalangeous forewoman squints. I keep this damn place running, is what I do. Do you think the looms ravel their own time or untangle the knotted skeins, or order new consignments of hours to make them above don't go wanting their precious perfect day? Wanting for their... So, yeah, this is not working. You ever been in an hour carding accident? You ever seen what a weaver's scalp torn off when her hair gets tangled in the warp? Jeez. She takes a deep breath. Her already impressive bosom inflates to magnificent proportions. Them above may think they're all that, but this right here, this is Perdurance's heart and soul. Okay, so here's the problem with this. The reason why this isn't working is because they're trying and failing to sort of weave together a very commoner's accent with sort of an erudite tone to it too. So she's trying, like, them above don't wanting for their precious perfect day. So if you say that in a southern accent, it sort of works. But there's also other things like order new consignments of hours or knotted skeins. Like the vocabulary is too good, and then but the vocabulary is too good, but the grammar is too bad. So it doesn't work. You could either go one way or another. You could read it like a hick, and if the grammar and vocabulary were, lowbrow, that would work. But here they're trying to do half highbrow, half lowbrow, and so you can't read it either way. Anyway, she takes a deep breath and her ask her what she does. Okay, so we could ask her about the Luckless Sister. Inquiring about illicit love affairs almost always goes well. You've only been slapped twice, well, thrice. Let's do it. Worth 10. The phalangeous forewoman's expression turns hard in an instant. Them above been talking, have they? Snide little gossips. She's the only one of them worth anything. Okay, so from now on I'm just going to do the southern accent because it's the one that seems to work the best. She sounds remarkably affectionate when she warms to the subject. Perhaps it was the Luckless Sister. who broke off the affair. No, it was me, says the foreman. The foreman woman admits miserably. Her face spasms for a moment. She draws out a handkerchief from her corset and coughs heartily into it. She shoves the handkerchief back into her pocket, but not before you notice a violet stain on the fabric. Aha. The forewoman has more secrets. Uncover them. Ask her about the handkerchief. You notice the violet stain, the precise color of certain aggressive stains of fungus found in the Reach. Interesting. So she's been to, what's it called? Heiress? Yes. A part of something greater. You saw that, did you? I traveled before I was forewoman, and on my journeys I was exposed to certain spores. They colonized both my lungs and in my thoughts, and are part of something old and vast. They awake impulses in me, the last and latest of which is to bring them home. I've denied them as long as I can. I must leave soon. She looks away. That's why I broke off the affair. Better to do it like that than to sneak off in the night. I thought about asking her to leave with me. Us. But it would mean abandoning her sister. And what if the spores colonized her too? Well, maybe. No use worrying about the maybes. Perhaps you can use this information to make one sister convince the other to leave. You've discovered the forewoman's secret. Come on, click. Click, click. What's wrong with you? Alright, it sounds like we figured out what to do. We'll end the conversation. The noonday... Hold on. The noonday Marchioness has a martial look in her eye as she surveys the morning room from her position of precedence. Dowagers, yeah, I think we read this before. Come on. Alright. Did we already do this? Alright, we can speak to the clairvoyant, I guess. We already went below stairs. Get to know her, sure. Right and tight. Never you mind about that. Just stick to the plan, and it'll be all right and tight. The clairvoyant doctress yawns elaborately and dismisses you. Yeah, I think we've read that before. Turn to the dining room. Done that, done that. I guess we might as well just charm a chaperone. There was a glitch there too. Do you see that? Whenever you move from room to room, it sort of pops up. Alright. So, we want to talk to the Luckless Sister. Get her to want to leave, and then the presumptuous heiress will also presumably want to leave. Oh, a threaten? Interesting. You must seize your moment for speech. Somehow you contrive. So, it looks like we can ask her about her family, investigate her opinions of the presumptuous heiress and the macabre counselor. You could threaten to expose her affair with the forewoman. Unless she convinces the presumptuous heiress to leave with you, you could reconcile her with the forewoman. You can, at last, try, and perhaps the presumptuous heiress will be easier to persuade once she knows her sister is a better reason to stay. To stay? No. What? Explain... What? No. Explain her mother's commission. Would she perhaps be willing to convince her sister to leave Perdurance? with you tonight. Okay. Here's what I want to do, and it doesn't appear to be an option. Part of the reason why the heiress wants to stay is because of her sister. And it's apparently, according to the forewoman, the spores in her are compelling her to want to leave and go back to Hybris. And she thinks that one of the reasons why she wants to stay, why the Luckless Sister wants to stay, is because of this forewoman. So the most, at least in my opinion, it sounds like the Luckless Sister doesn't even really want to be here. So the correct path, the path of least resistance, in my opinion, would be to get the forewoman to leave, to go back to Hybris, to see if the Luckless Sister would want to go with her, despite the fact that they're being consumed by mold. Maybe they can be mold trees in Hybris together. You know? For all time. Because that's, I don't know, romantic or something. Once that happens, there's no reason for the heiress to stay. So... Alright, let's see what happens if we dance with the presumptive heiress. Expose the fungilonious forewoman secret. I'm going to say fungilonious now because she's got fungus on her. The heiress might be willing to persuade the Luckless Sister to leave with you. Wait. If she believes the sister's in danger, what would that look like? I don't know. I don't want to do it that way. I want to go through the Luckless Sister. And I don't want to be mean about it. So let's reconcile. There's really nothing else we can do. Promises made. You begin by hinting that the fungus forewoman's secret... at the fungus forewoman's secret motives, casting their entire situation in the frame of a romantic comedy. Tragedy. The Luckless Sister attempts to look uninterested, but her eyes betray her. You tell her the truth, that the forewoman suffers from a singular fungal condition, that in order to tend to it she must leave Perdurance, that she ended their relationship in order to protect the Luckless Sister. I don't need protecting, the sister snaps. Indeed, indeed. But she can't stay with her lover and her sister, can she? Oh, you are clever for a brute. Very well. If you promise to take my sister away from here, I will convince her to go with you. Perhaps after this business with the fungus, I will see her again. You'd better bring the forewoman the good news. Counselor's daughter. Speak to the forewoman below the stairs to reconcile her with her luckless sister. Alright, song ends. Okay. Alright, okay, So, going below the stairs does not seem to be an option. What's going on here? Speak to the forewoman below the stairs. Can we not go there? The fungus forewoman knows of your interest in the sisters and may endanger your escape. Are you saying that they're going to kill her? I mean, I could wait until the next night. I don't like this. Evening. I'm gonna wait. Okay. You happen to be nearby when one of the debutantes is caught beneath a table with a servant. Oh, jeez. Really? The chaperones are berating them. You realize how mortified the lovers are at being caught in such a French word. Deshabille. Deshabille? Deshabille? You shrug off an outer layer and offer it to the servant. They have little enough as it is. At least they should retain their modesty. Or the debutante. Simply put, they have more dignity to lose. We're highbrow folks. We're going with the debutante. The debutante accepts the garment gratefully and strategically positions it. They give a tight-lipped, nearly smile. They won't forget this. The evening ends. It's time to move on. You've gained one debutante's favor. You now have two. Alright, we're going to move onwards, I think. The music stops somewhere below. The mechanical rumble can be heard as the hour loom begins spinning and Perdurance's one last perfect day all over again. Or could go the... I don't want to do the tying up loose ends because I don't want to kill the... Tying up loose ends sounds like you're going to kill them. I mean, if that doesn't mean killing them, then the writing in this is poor. The implication is that you're killing them. Just in case anyone from the dev team is hearing this. If it's not supposed to be that way, then you screwed up. Alright, we're going back in. One last time. Go below stairs. Talk to the fungus forewoman. Reconcile her. You just want to see them happy. Well, and also to see the forewoman stays quiet about your escape with the heiress. Yes. You enlarge. Okay. It's a little bit weak there, I have to say. You're trying too hard. Reunited. You enlarge upon the Luckless Sister's willingness to renew her relationship with the forewoman and to elope together if the need arises. I have a fantastic vocabulary. You can tell when they're trying too hard. Like I love it like when it's well sewn in, but a lot of times it does feel a little bit forced. Okay. Let's try this again. You enlarge upon the Luckless Sister's willingness to renew her relationship with the forewoman and to elope together if the need arises. She'd come with me, even appreciating my condition? Damn. And blast. That girl's got 3 times more courage than she's got sense. And that's a fact. But I couldn't. You talk her round from the weaving. After all, it's a true love conquers all. Not true love conquers everything but some mushrooms. Okay. Counselor's daughter. The presumptuous heiress is ready to leave. The Luckless Sister has reconciled with the forewoman. Okay, that did turn out how we wanted. So that's the important thing. End the conversation. Move onwards. We could speak to the clairvoyant. We don't really need her anymore, do we? Oh, actually, okay. We could tell her all is ready for your escape. The sisters are willing to part. An avenue of escape has been identified. Is she prepared to do her part? Yes. Set in motion. Yes, yes. Give him the sign in the evening, and we'll press the passages between evening and the parlor. Okay. Return to the dining room. It is afternoon. You stupid parts of success. The chaperone sighs and concentrates on spearing beige beans with his fork. Ennui is a reoccurring menace in Perdurance, as potent as influenza. Perhaps someone else will be more interested. You laugh at a debutante's awful joke, it'll please him, or you could trade pleasantries with the servant instead. The debutante beams at you and spends the rest of dinners delighting with you, with more witty observations. Afternoon ends. Time to move on. You have one favor with the debutantes, the door. Okay. Now we should make our escape. Let's go. All is ready. You give the clairvoyant doctress the faintest of nods. She clicks her bag shut with a determined snap. The last evening. The evening takes an interminable time to end. You endure waltz after dragging waltz. Debutantes wheel endlessly across the dance floor. Then it is over. The music and dancing cease. The chaperones and debutantes form their procession, ready to pass on to the parlor at dawn, or perhaps dusk, and begin the day again. You catch the eye of the presumptive heiress, who gives you a nervous nod. The door opens. The dark passage beckons. Procession files in. No sooner have you passed through the door than you hear a clatter behind you. The doctress has made a show of dropping her bag in the dark and searching for it. The chaperones are distracted, talking to the presumptive heiress's hand. Taking the presumptive heiress's hand, you pull her to the hidden door. You fumble the catch. There's a trick to it, it seems. Hurry! Your charge hisses. The charge turns, the door opens, and you step through. The counselor's daughter. Make your escape at the end of the evening. The evening ends. It's time to move on. You wait with the presumptive heiress at the passage behind the door of night. Her breathing is shallow and tense. You hear the procession move on, and then there's a tap at a hidden door. The doctress, who sees uncannily well in the dark, is there. You admit her. Right, she says, professionally scrutinizing your companion's features. Time to do my bit. What exactly is your bit? The presumptuous heiress asks. You complete your escape with the presumptuous heiress. I keep saying presumptuous, but it's presumptive. Her once luckless sister may even know... her once luckless sister may even now be making her own escape with the fungus forewoman. But perhaps that's not something the doctress needs to know. The doctress removes... Why is this so long? Can't we just escape? I mean, this has already been a really long quest. The doctress removes an unguent from her bag and begins rubbing it into the heiress's temples, along her hairline, behind her ears, and under the jaw. If you disappear, they will look for you, the doctress explains, indicating that the other woman is to lie on the floor. Therefore, I will be your replacement. Ideally, I'd give that stuff another minute to work, but I need to rejoin the procession if I'm to be you. If you're missed. Be still and quiet. Sitting, I ad-libbed that a little bit because I thought it was better, but whatever. Sitting astride the heiress, she pushed her sharp fingernails into the skin of the girl's temple, and it slides like a scalpel around her face, like the sound of tearing paper. Disgusting. Face off. Face off. Ugh, I can't feel it. Why can't I feel it? The heiress gasps. The doctor shushes her. The incision complete, The doctress reaches up and with a tug slides her own face off. Oh, Christ. Ugh. Behind it is a solid knot of muscle, palpitating and inhuman. Like a magician wrapping a tablecloth from beneath a set of crockery, she swaps her face with the heiress's. Face off. Face off. A few pinches here and tucks the application of ointment from another jar, and the process is complete. Done, says the doctress, and the presumptuous heiress feels the unfamiliar shapes of her new face. You turn back as they quickly trade cloths. Ask the doctress what she is. She's certainly not, and has never been, human. You could ask a doctress what she will do next. Has she an escape plan of her own? You could comfort the heiress. Her hands are shaking. This is not, you suspect, what she had anticipated. Man, I want to do all of these, but maybe we'll be able to. In old London, your kind called mine snuffers. We were not friends. A few of us made the journey to heaven, or perhaps many of us did. Who knows how many of us hide behind the faces you thought were familiar? She grins and is surprised by the shape of the feel of her new smile. Then it is time to part. She returns to the procession, and you lead the heiress on. The governess hidden tunnels wind beneath the grand chambers and beneath the hour looms. You pass cells and shelves of records. Sometimes you hear voices and hide until they pass. Eventually you find your way to an exterior gantry, from where you can see your engine in the sidings of the parlour. Using a lamp that was stolen, you flash a signal until your crew comes to collect you. The counselor's daughter returned the presumptuous heiress to her mother at the Mussolini mausoleum. In occurrence, your counselor's daughter quality is now 1. Well, this is very interesting, I do have to say. It makes me really want to play the original Sunless Skies. There's so much depth here. There's so many, like, little factions and maybe different species. And it would be interesting to get more of a backstory to them. I mean, to some degree, this is assuming that we know things that we don't, or that I don't. Let's do the party below the stairs. Just to see what is going on here. Party below the stairs. Tonight, the service bells from above go ignored. The staff has a couple hours to itself to dance, to sing, to trade stories of their betters. The candlelight party lasts until the clock strikes midnight, and the butlers, maids, and other staff intend to make the most of it. Of course, I will go with the... Okay, so take tea with the butlers and maids, only the finest quality, carefully stolen from upstairs, or we could gossip with the staff. The guests upstairs forget the servants have ears, or could exchange particularly good gossip. You have stolen some juicy tidbits of your own to share. This will turn your saloon stewed gossip into a savage secret. I think we have an ample supply of both, and these tend to be used more often. So let's just take tea. Nice. Life of the party. You sip your tea and bite down on stolen biscuits, occasionally being propositioned for a dance or to tell a story of your adventures in the high wilderness. Soon enough, however, the bell rings. Upstairs, Perdurance's perfect day begins again. Down here, everyone sighs and readies themselves for hard work. Your terror has fallen. Okay, the parlour. I don't think we have anything else to really do here. We can talk to the exasperated butler, which we don't really have to do. We can go to... do we have enough of these? I think we have 5. Okay, we don't need to do anything with that. Oh, Immaculate Souls. Okay, this is something we definitely want. Yes, 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 yes. An immaculate opportunity. A somber footman offers discerning visitors a chance to admire and procure samples of Perdurance's collection of souls. A recent and exceptional donation, he says, showing you that he has a set of showing you a set that burn fiercely. Okay. In their fluted bottles. This is badly worded. A set that burn fiercely. You could do better than that. That's a bad turn of phrase. To accompany the arrival of the Duke's daughter, a gift of souls is considered good luck. We will buy as many as we can. And then, I think that'll wrap up this episode. So thank you very much for joining me. In the next episode, we are going to head back down to the Mosarim Mausoleum. We're going to deliver the daughter. We're going to try to deliver some ministry-approved documents and gain some favor with the crypt keepers there, or whatever they're called, and see if we can complete that other quest of that missing person. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.